you actually feel like Mountain of the Moon have it in them to be able to come back in the remaining quarters and be able to stage a comeback, because you psychologically know that your opponents, first of all, are short in depth, but they have also played more games significantly than you today. And
All right, Ian, the second quarter gets on here. And of course, if you look at it quite very well, Mountains of the Moon in the red bibs trying to see that they get in out there. But unfortunately, the defense of Nkumba University has worked out quite so well for them to prevent them. But let's see what happens if they can really put that ball into action. And it didn't happen. And that the chance has been just squandered like that.
oh, I think it seems they have actually made that basket. They have
Actually,
made
they did,
they have made
yes.
that goal. And sir, I don't want to be one of those people, but I feel games like netball and basketball, it's definitely, it all comes down to height. Let's be realistic here.
Yeah,
Because
especially in certain positions.
exactly, because look at the goal defender and the goal attacker for both teams. Just try and compare the height and the amount of difficulty Mountain of the Moon is finding to score in the opposition D. Then the ease at which Nkuba University is able to score as well. So definitely there is a position that there's a size differential that is going to be very crucial in the outcome of the way this game is going to go.
But even in Kumba University itself, if you look at the attack, basically for me, I'm not seeing so much of the squandering out there. Yes, right now the GS has tried to do, and the ball is still in contention. Is it for Nkumba? Yes, of course. Nkumba University, the goal attack. Let's see what she does. And she passes over the ball. That should be a clear shoot out there.
Oh, and
She misses it out.
wow, that's a rare.
She misses it out. And now,
Coming into the second quarter, and you can just see from the previous position, the way they're able to transition the ball from their half onto the Nkumba D and try to get that goal quickly shows that it's a game plan they want to use. Quick transition.
and Nkumba makes it 14-0 now remember we are into the second quarter. Yeah,
Did you just say 14?
15, yes.
Oh, that's
15. It's 15. 15-4.
15.
15-4, yes.
15.
And for me, the score is still minimum.
Yeah.
As we expected, if you look at head to head. I mean, but you know, an underdog team coming in with a win
Yeah.
lesser than you clearly tells you that there's something they need to put up. You know, of course, earlier on I was teasing Shafiq Senoga, our colleague, and Shafiq was like, of course, Soroti and Mountains of the Moon, you expected that was same size
I
in terms of play.
do not know whether he meant that they just came to participate in the tournament or to try and win something. That is something we have to ask Shafiq definitely when we're off air. But some of his comments are to laugh on.
Shafiq is a comedian of his own, by the way, but he loves sports so much. Anyway, and of course, they make it to 16.
Make it 16.
Oh, still.
Yes, and their goal shooter Amoge Aisha with yet another goal.
And we are back into the center. Let's look at what the ladies in the red do. It is an affair of Uganda. Basically, yellow and red. These are two beautiful colors. We only miss to have black here. If they had blacks, we would say yes, totally. But it's still Uganda.
The whole flag is represented.
The whole team trying to find her way out there, and the seemingly looked like there's a little bit of blockage out there. Yes, that was a good defense.
Brilliant defense.
Interception from the goalkeeper of Moon, sorry, Mountains of the Moon. Now I was saying Mooney University.
Samantha Janet with that brilliant interception, and yet, yeah, Cool
Ball
is also
stolen
playing.
again.
The goalkeepers are trying to prove each other. You know, you do something, I can do something better, and they're definitely stealing the show at the moment.
Yes, of course, ladies and gentlemen. What a very long pass out there from the Nkumba University player. What is the Mountain of the Moon doing here? I mean, one of the things they have to prevent is accepting those long passes, especially when you have the height challenge, the physical challenge. I mean, netball goes with the height, the physicality, and everything of it. So I think Mountain of the Moon has to do that. And that is now, it makes it a 17. It's 17-04 scores for Nkumba University.
Sarah, I think we're headed for that cricket score that you really did not want in this game.
I actually
Because
don't want.
looking at the previous possession and that interception made Nkumba University were able to transition really, really quickly and leading them to a goal that was obviously scored.
At a diesel engine
I
pace.
have a feeling they're finding
Now
it.
you have the petrol engine pace.
I have a
Yep.
feeling they're finding it easy, but that was bad defense from Nkumba, and they are. Oh, and she's.
Oh
missing.
my
That's
God,
just-
how do you miss that? And now Mountain misses it out there.
I think they've called for a foul or.
I think a substitution.
Oh yeah.
They want to they want to make a substitution out there, which I think for me is quite something very good out there working. And when a coach notices that Kumba University is one of the universities, coach notices that Kumba University is one of the universities who really one of the universities you love to see go furthermore into this discipline of netball. Definitely, with the coach being very tactical, but I think it is quite Amuge.
Amoge yet again. And yes, you're speaking about the substitution. I think it is imperative for Nkumba to be able to make as many substitutions as possible because they only have 7 players in their rotation. And they have played one more game than Mountain of the Moon today. So they have to keep every player fresh because this is not their last game. They
Yeah.
have to play tomorrow
Yeah.
and try and see as much as far as possible because I do believe they think that they are a really good team having won both of their games. This looking like a third win.
For me, Amuge is just having her own day.
Exactly. And it seems like every single time we're commentating on the game, we're just seeing Mountain of the Moon starting possession with a goal conceded. I do not know how many they are going to receive today, but they need to step.
And as I said, right now the score still stands 20-0 for in favor of Nkumba University. Out there, Amuke has having her own beautiful, the shining out there. Nobody say the bright and the brave women and men come from the east, and Amuke definitely coming from the east. I mean, Faith Kiai, wherever she is, she must be smiling quite so. I don't know whether she comes from Kubi,
Big smile,
Soroti.
big smile. I can see it all the way from here. But what I can say is this position.
Mountains of the Moon look stagnant. Their curve is not moving forward anymore. What happened?
She's not even defending. I mean, their goal defender. Look, she's just walking.
Oh
I don't
my
know if
God.
it is a matter of giving up.
Look at the center. I think I have a problem with most of the center players here. Even the one of Soroti University really clearly saw the center is supposed to be creative. In netball, even in football, even in rugby, any player who plays a center role is the pivot of a team,
You are
the
the
engine of the team.
you are the engine, you are the heart of the team, and you have to keep on going no matter what the score is. And if you're not performing as at your best level as a center, then I do not think your team has chances of winning the game at any one point.
Oh, ball stolen again out there. That was quite a very lazy pass out there from Mountain of the Moon. Oh my God, beautiful ladies from Toro, the Fort Portal city. And of course, that is none other than the tourism city of Uganda. And the score goes to 22 to
I am really impressed with Nkumba and the way they have approached this game. They knew it was going to be a relatively easy game coming into this fixture, but they want to show. They want to show teams like UCU, like Kampala University, that yes, you Victoria University, yes, you might be the favorites coming into this netball competition, but we are also here to make a statement. And now look at the way they're running with the game. It is going to be 3 out of 3, I'm assuming. And 100% record after 3 games is no bigger statement.
Moon. Mountain of the Moon still contained at the back, failing to cross the mid-court, and ball stolen out there from the GD. That is the goal, the goal defense of Nkumba University. Let's see what the Widi does. The center passes it over to the Widi, and the Widi is trying to, and the referee makes a call there. The umpire makes a call. The ball gets back. I think there was an infringement out there.
Intercepted yet again.
Wow, what a good interception, though. Beautiful one.
Beautiful interception. And I think it is netball that teaches you the ability to be able to be instinctive. That interception there was just a matter of being ready and focused. And it was only instinct the way she was able to grab it. She has had a brilliant game so far. They are sent in their center position by Lukoye Vivian. I mean, compared to who have been complaining about the center for Mountains of the Moon not doing enough, you see Vivian is intercepting balls. She's shifting in transition. She's definitely having herself a really good game against her counterpart.
Yes, as to the score stands right now, Nkumba University is running at a speed of a radar, or you call it a speed of a thunder or lightning. And of course, with a score of 24 to 04, Mountain of the Moon hasn't yet seen the net, hasn't yet seen any goal being scored out there. And you think Nkumba yet making another substitution. You have to rotate your players. She looks limping. I think she needs some medical attention.
Definitely.
One good thing about netball is that as you injured, you get out, another player comes in to substitute you as you seek medical attention, which I think for me is now. Even if you look at the way these players are distributed in the pitch, look at Mountains of the Moon. They've confined Mountain of the Moon. They've confined themselves in almost in one position.
Yeah.
And that is giving your opponent a chance to study you quite very keenly and very clearly. And Amuke out there, oh, she misses out there. Let's see whether she shoots that one and with the left hand.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful one.
Southpaw. They say they never miss. But going back to your point, as a coach, I have to ask Sarah. You've been in sports for a long, long time.
Yeah.
What happens when you're getting this beat? And as a coach, what do you tell your players? Like, let's say, for instance, the Mountain of the Moon head coach. What do you tell your players?
You just accept, you say, you know what, it was bad day in office. Two, you see the other players are more experienced than us. And you do not have to do that. You know, you count every day and you're hoping that next year will be a better challenge. But also one thing you must remember is that in Uganda, in the central region, we have the netball league running. So some of these players actually play either for the second division or the top tier league.
Definitely.
Now, when you have a team coming from the western part of this country where netball is, and those are one of the questions one of the former president of netball is being asked that, okay, you came into office, said you're going to spread netball across the country, but this is not happening. So unless you see the leagues going on, running on in the rest of the country, then you're going to see perhaps some of these players that are playing in the universities, they would also playing for their regional leagues to give them that impetus, give them that niche and the ability to play better netball you expect.
Amuge, yes, definitely. Amuge Aisha with yet another goal, and definitely she is on fire here. I mean, the goalkeeper of Mountain of the Moon has no chance against her.
She
She
can do
has no
anything
chance.
completely.
She's crying, she's asking for hope, but the hope doesn't seem to be coming. She looks beaten and bruised. Amuge is scoring goals at ease whenever she wants to. And I definitely have that's Nabusova piece, the goalkeeper of Mountain of the Moons. I definitely have uh, I feel bad for her because I mean it's
Oh
a
my
height
God.
difference.
And the goal attacker, she makes it in.
He does make it in.
20, 20
You
26.
seem surprised that she was able to score that goal.
I am surprised because looking at the way they have slowed their game plan, the way they had started it, if they had moved on with it like that, perhaps they would have been a little bit. They need a little bit of more of ingredients. You know, you don't want to eat food which is not quite well prepared, not
Yeah.
so much ingredient, tomatoes, the other side onion. So basically, this is the kind of game I am seeing here coming from the Mountain of the Moon. But of course, the goal shooter Amuge is all over, and she has the ability to move all over the pitch within the circles inside there. Let's see if she puts that in.
She's
That is it.
she's running rings around Navusova piece. If I was peace, and I hate to say it, but I would really ask for that substitution because she's making me look.
You would be a coward.
No, not you.
No, 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 you would be a coward.
I mean,
Sportsmen and women don't give up.
I know you don't give up, yes, but if they are running rings around me, and definitely if the coach you feel has got it tactically wrong, you definitely have to ask for that timeout and try and fix things just like they have done. I do not think Mountain of the Moon have gotten this game tactically correct in any aspect. I think Kukumba played a mature game.
And this comes to the end of the first quarter. That's the first half. Second quarter, sorry. We come to the end of first half. Yeah. And of course, it ends with a 29-05 score. Not quite so bad.
Not quite so bad.
Yes, not quite so bad compared to. I mean, Ian, let's be realistic enough. If you watch the game between uh, Victoria University
Yes.
and Soroti, I can assure you, without fear and favor, Mountain of the Moon
It's a much better team.
is a much better. They have managed at least to contain.
What do you mean contained? It is 29-5.
29-5. I actually expected this to go to maybe 40.
I actually feel Nkumba have taken the foot off the gas for. I mean, they know the game is won. They have played and won both of their games. I mean, and they are cruising to a third straight victory. So I feel like they have eased off a little bit. And I feel like if they wanted to turn it up, they would have.
That's what I'm saying. The mountain of the moon has done their level best. The only thing is that they have not been so good at the finishing end of it all.
Yeah.
And the goal shooter has also not been very okay. The attackers have not done their level best. And then the defenders, the defense,
Yeah.
they look crowdy in the D area. But again,
And they can't stop action.
they can't stop Amuke, they can't stop. I mean, it's work not done completely. But whereas with the crowding in the defense, in the D area, if it would come with a lot of blockage there, a lot of concentration and redemption out there, you would think perhaps you say, yes, maybe they've done a lot of work. But for me, looking at this score of 29-05, I must say that they have tried their level best as Mountain of the Moon.
Yeah.
Against a better side, Nkumba in this game.
That is true. And I feel that if they want to stop Amuge from getting that ball in the D, they have to stop the routes from the ball from getting to her. If you don't want what I mean. Because whenever she gets it in the D of Mountain of the Moon, she has the freedom of the world to be able to score a goal. So what do you do as Mountain of the Moon? Try and make sure she doesn't receive that ball. Try and make sure you as a center Lukoye Vivian mark your opposition player. Make sure that Kansime Juliet does not get that ball and be able to send it to her, because I feel that if she is able to get that ball, that is Aisha Muge, she can score whenever she wants to. So how do you stop her? Make sure the ball does not get to her by stopping other players from.
Yes, of course, that would be the ideal situation. That is the ideal situation.
Easier said than done, though.
It is easier said than done. And sociologists will tell you the ideal situation is this, but again, the real situation is not that.
Yeah, that is definitely.
The ideal one would be that, but the real situation on ground is not actually, it doesn't transcend to what we actually expect to culminate into a better game. But remember also later on we shall be having basketball. There's so many action packed tomorrow. Yes, I've seen the athletics track being earmarked, clearly marked very well.
One of my favorite events. I guess it's both of us favorite sport. One of my favorite competitions.
Primary, of course, not because I had that heart problem challenge.
Oh.
So I had to stop running in primary 5, but I was so good in long distance.
Really?
So you can see my height.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely undersized. Was so good for that, but for some medical reasons, definitely I couldn't go far with athletics. And it hurts me up to today, but
Yeah. There is nothing you can.
but nothing you can do, because if you can see the captain of Luton City,
Yes.
put
Okay.
the person in the pitch
Yeah.
because of the cardiac arrest.
And he was operated.
Yes, imagine perhaps if my mother and my dad had not listened to the doctors and have gone on, maybe I would also face some such challenge. So that's why so many of us had to drop out of sports. But either way, I am still serving the industry in a
Definitely.
different capacity.
Different capacity.
capacity.
You never know. I mean, so let me ask. I'm curious though. What long distance runner you mean? Marathon?
25.
25.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
25.
Really good though.
I had that gas properly. Yeah, but of course, with the health challenge, I couldn't go very fast. So, but I'm happy that I'm still serving the industry quite very far. I normally meet my coaches and officers and say, wow, Sarah, you really had a zeal for athletics. You didn't go for
I was terrible at athletics. I got like to cross country. I was terrible. I used to finish bottom 5, bottom like I was terrible.
endurance. I can really see
Terrible. I was terrible. But in other sports, yes. But when it came to athletics, running,
You know, athletics is one sport that you need self vibe.
self.
Self vibe.
It's a new word.
Self vibe.
What's the self vibe all about?
You don't need vibe from other people. You know, like this song, Jagala vibe, Jagala vibe.
Yeah.
I want vibe, I want vibe. Now your vibe has to come in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back into now the second half, and of course the first quarter of the second half. It's on. As we went on, it was 29-05.
Yeah.
Let's see what the red ladies do. That is the mountain of the moon.
And they have just considered another one. Yet, you've just said, I know. It is not. It is a hard watch, but definitely their goal attack and Achibule Pausi are also getting in on the action with another goal. And as the ball is out, I want to ask this. This is something that is not talked about, by the way, Sarah.
Yep.
I don't know if you can highlight on it. But whenever school universities are preparing for these tournaments, do you think that there is enough preparation done by the universities to be able to come to these games? Because you look at majority of the games, and it looks like either the players have not played long enough, or you just feel they are not fit enough to be able to play in these environments and these many games at a time.
There is not enough preparation by these universities. Actually, it's one of the highlights the Vice Chancellor of Nkumba University gave out today, because being one of the most chief guests around here, he clearly stated it, because now, one, you have to juggle between books
Yeah.
and sports. One of the primary roles for you to be in these universities is academics.
Yeah.
And it is even worse if you're a government student or you're a student studying at public universities like Makerere,
Yeah.
Chambogo, and the rest of it. Unlike for some of the private universities, of course, I like UCU, most of them, most of these athletes are there on scholarship.
Yeah.
You understand? So now they give you the leeway. But for Makerere, as I say right now, students are doing exams. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am. And
Yes, you saw them, they had the substitutes were few
you
because the guys are doing exams.
imagine you're playing
You're,
now and you're thinking about the paper you're going to do at 4 p.m.
you're driven to go to the Ivory Tower, do exams, and come back and play. So, and Makere tells you, number one is here, academics. Number two is sports. But we are happy. Regardless, the universities are doing their level best.
Definitely, definitely.
Of course, Nkumba University definitely still in the lead. Although Amuge is still on pitch, I expect now at least Amuge to be given a little bit of leeway to rest a little, because she's basically done everything for them. Oh my God, did you see that pass?
What a pass.
She misses it. Oh,
She has another chance.
okay, she has a rebound and she still misses the second chance. Let's see the third one. Amuge with the left hand, by the way.
I think the sun was in her eyes for a bit there. That's
Yes, of course.
able to miss. It is
Yes, it is 31-5.
able to miss those chances. But I've noticed something in this second half, and I think they have changed the goalkeeper for the Mountain of the Moon to be able to mark Amuge, because you can see they have changed. I'm yet to get her name, but they have actually changed her position, and you can see she's giving her quite a challenge.
And this is what we talked on earlier on, the defense.
Yeah.
They're not giving so much, they were giving so much space for Amuge, and it is now 32. Amuge is walking on. Amuge is proving to be another Christine Namulumba in this game. Christine walked over Soroti University.
Sure.
Now Amuge is doing the same thing on Mountain of the Moon.
Oh, it must be good to be a goal shooter. I mean, you just have to find position and then.
I normally ask my little daughter that when she wants to play netball when she grows up.
And she
So, and then she tells me, I ask her, which position do you want? Mommy, I love being a shooter.
Yeah.
She has the height. I'm like, God, please,
Oh, yeah.
can let your will be done.
Let
And
you,
that has always been my prayer.
and I mean
Let
that
your will be
that
done.
is the best position in netball. That is a position that pays the most
And she has
professional.
height.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you should. You should. Are you going to be an agent?
Why not? I want to be like Adija Namanda.
Okay.
She's giving up level base. So why wouldn't you give your child what she wants?
Definitely.
Let her fail. Look at people like Bebe Kun today, and so many more parents that we don't know out there. But you're talking about the celebrity parents, people like Moses Magogo pushing their children out there to do whatever they want. So I would also want to be accounted among those parents. But anyway, the games move on, and of course, Nkumba University is still in position. I'm telling you, there is no way Mountain of the Moon can actually make its comeback in this game.
But you had optimism in the first half.
Yes, I did. I did a little bit, but from the look of things, the diesel engine is now coming in.
Diesel engine is coming
The
in.
diesel engine, we are now changing the car from the petrol engine to diesel engine, which
And
is quite very bad.
Muge with yet another goal. She just, I think this is big. You saw the way she reacted after she scored. She was, this reaction of, oh, it's too easy.
I know.
When is the next chance coming? And she
I want
knows
to
it's
see,
coming.
let me see her versus Christine Namulumba.
Oh, that is one to watch.
That would be one to watch.
Watch out.
Yes, because she's really put her statement quite very clear. She's the next shooter to watch for Uganda, surely. Amuge. I love her power race. And of course, let's see Mountain of the Moon pushing on. And of course, the goal attack. Can she shoot?
Oh, that's
Yes.
brilliant. Brilliant
one.
from the Mountain of the Moon, being able
To 6.
to dissect the Nkumba University defense by with not more than 3 passes to be able to get into position to score, and a beautiful goal by Muhindo Anita to be able to reduce the deficit to 33-6. I mean, and a brilliant interception yet again. Mountain of the Moon is standing up with this defense. Where was this defense in the first half?
They had slumbered a little bit. You know, it happens sometimes you slumber, but also you have to remember that the sun has been a little bit hot, the humidity is quite very high, but they should be lucky. They're playing under shade, where there's some little shade compared to this other court one. Yeah.
It does get hot though, especially on these courts, it does get hot. I heard you say it is 30 degrees.
Yeah.
I can't imagine myself playing in that. So hot. How,
Meaning tomorrow we expect even it to go to 37 degrees.
oh,
So teams have to drink a lot of water. Teams have to take a lot of glucose.
it is very important to hydrate. Even us in commentary,
There's an
very
injury
important to
here.
hydrate.
We've seen one of the players of Mountain of the Moon looking for seeking medical attention. Other as they make a substitute coming in on there. And then, of course, Mountain of the Moon still with the goal, the center. Though I don't like the way she positions herself quite clearly.
Yeah.
The center of Mountain of the Moon is always caught off guard.
Kansime Juliana.
Yes, Kansime Juliana is always caught off guard from where she is supposed to be in her action. Now, look at Amuge. Not Amuge. That's not Amuge. She's not the one. She just looks like Amuge. Oh my God. It should have been something. They should get something out of it. Yes, that's quite a very good move. But though the movement is a little bit too slow.
Yeah.
We haven't yet seen a pacey game.
And that comes down to the cardio and preparation of the team that we had already talked about. You do run out of steam quite easily because one thing they do not realize is while preparing for these university games, you're going to play a lot of games in a very short period of time. So the way you're going to rest your players, the way you're going to rotate them,